Our presentation is about Ellis Island. We went there last week and took a tour, and we're going to describe some of the things that we found out. First, Ray and I will talk about the process. We will let infirmaries to go through Ellis Island, and then Mrs. will talk about her family's experience during research into her background. Okay, so let's go with Ray's first. Hi, I'm going to talk about the first part of the process of going through Ellis Island. The different stages as immigrants had to go through. Okay, first, one important thing to remember is that Ellis Island only used for the poorest immigrants. The third class passengers, the first and second class passengers were processed on the ship. Then they were taken to the dock when they got off. And then the ship was sailed on the Ellis Island with the third class passengers still on board. When they finally landed at Ellis Island, they put on all the clothes they owned because they were allowed to bring in only one bag with their possessions from the old country. People brought in all kind of things, like you will see musical instruments or samovars, pots for making tea. Some people brought herbs from the old country too, or plants, vines for example, for growing grapes. Then they got to the dining hall where they are given a meal that were paid for the steamship companies. People who came through Ellis Island for all of them remember the meal. The food were apparently quite good, but it was also strange for many of them. Some people had never tasted ice cream or seen an orange or banana, for example. And then after that, the inspectors again began, and Arnie is going to tell you about that part. Arnie? Thank you, okay. After the meal, the passengers will leave the bags and go up the staircase to Great Hall, and as they walk past, inspectors would watch them carefully to see if they were weak or sick. If someone was sick, they would send them to the hospital. There was a hospital at Ellis Island as well until they got better. They also detained children, young women, and old people traveling alone. About 20% of people were held back, often for health reasons, but most were released after the day or two or when someone came to pick them up.